Here's more wrestling news for March 9th, 2026. Your headlines for this afternoon include heartbreaking update on Sheamus ahead of WrestleMania, Jericho's AEW future clarified with contract update, Logan Paul forced to abandon $1 million challenge after WWE ban, Raw controversy could become storyline tool for Triple H, Bella Twins WrestleMania 42 status revealed, WWE accused of paying too much attention to social media criticism, Star claims Triple H ignored him until Stephanie McMahon stepped in, and more. Sheamus has been absent from WWE television since November 2025. The Celtic Warrior was last seen competing in a six-man tag team match alongside John Cena and Rey Mysterio against members of the Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, and Finn Balor. During the bout, Sheamus reportedly suffered a shoulder injury that forced him to step away from competition. The injury also led to him being removed from the Last Time Is Now tournament, which was designed to determine Cena's final ever opponent. The Miz eventually took his place in the tournament and received another opportunity in the competition. According to a recent Q&A from PW Insider, Sheamus underwent surgery in Alabama in December. However, his recovery has reportedly taken longer than originally expected. Now 48 years old and entering the later stages of his career, the former four-time world champion is not expected to return during the road to WrestleMania 42. The report indicates that this effectively rules him out of appearing at this year's WrestleMania. That said, there's still optimism regarding his eventual return. According to the report, WWE could have a significant storyline planned for Sheamus once he's medically cleared to return following WrestleMania season. Speculation about Chris Jericho potentially becoming a free agent may be premature after new details surfaced regarding his contract with All Elite Wrestling. Jericho has been a central figure in AEW since the company launched in 2019, but recent discussions among fans raised questions about when his current deal might expire. A new report from F4W Online suggests the timeline may not be as straightforward as some assumed. According to the report, there's a strong belief internally that Jericho's contract has been extended due to time he spent away from AEW programming in 2025. The situation reportedly relates to what is commonly known in wrestling as a contract freeze. These clauses allow a promotion to pause the contract clock when a performer is absent from television or in-ring competition, effectively pushing the expiration date further down the line. Additional insight came from Sean Ross Sapp during a recent Fightful Select Q&A session. Responding to a question about Jericho's situation, Sapp explained that contract terms can vary widely depending on the agreement. Well, every contract is different, and they're becoming more and more different. They used to be pretty uniform with some exceptions, obviously, Hogan and some of the bigger stars like that. But yeah, time can be added to your deal if you take time off. It's not exclusively the case, it's not universally across the board a thing. But yeah, that's what was added the time that was taken off last year. I don't know who instigated or suggested the time off, but that's where the deal is effectively extended from. Again, every contract is different, but I would imagine that these will be points of contention for some talent moving forward, and some of them will want the option, a mutual option, to extend said deal, and some won't. The explanation highlights how contract timelines in wrestling can shift behind the scenes, even when there isn't a publicly reported injury. For now, Jericho remains firmly part of AEW's roster, and any speculation about him hitting the open market may have to wait longer than some fans expected. Do you think Jericho will eventually finish his career in AEW, or could he return to WWE for one final run? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Logan Paul recently revealed that a potential boxing match outside WWE has been shut down by the company, despite the fight reportedly offering a $1 million payout. According to Paul, the idea was rejected after Chris Legentil contacted him directly to explain that WWE would not approve the fight. The concern reportedly centered around the possibility of Paul getting injured before WrestleMania. Paul claimed WWE management made it clear that he is too valuable to the company to risk competing in outside fights. After the decision, Paul took to X and mocked the two athletes who had accepted his challenge, former NFL players Le'Veon Bell and Braden Fehoko. Well, the boss is called. Turns out I'm too valuable of a WWE superstar to be fighting bums. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate Le'Veon Bell and Braden Fehoko for their 15 minutes of relevancy. Now back to being broke and retired. I'm going back to Raw every Monday on Netflix. However, Bell didn't take the comment lightly. The former NFL star quickly fired back, accusing Paul of staging the call and backing out of the fight. Bell suggested the situation was simply an excuse to avoid stepping into the ring with him. Bell also referenced Jake Paul getting knocked out by Anthony Joshua, implying Logan Paul may be afraid of suffering a similar fate. The exchange has now turned the cancelled fight into a social media feud, with Bell continuing to question whether the WWE star was ever serious about the matchup. Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. Triple H may be planning to turn a recent controversy from WWE Raw into a key storyline development. During Gunther vs. Dragon Lee's match on Raw, Gunther ripped off Dragon Lee's mask, a moment that briefly exposed Lee's face on camera. The clip quickly spread online, with screenshots circulating across social media and sparking widespread debate among wrestling fans. According to a report from Fightful Select, WWE now plans to incorporate the controversy into future episodes of Raw as part of the ongoing storyline. The outlet noted that the moment was not accidental. The camera angle used during the unmasking was reportedly intentional, and the company is looking to capitalize on the strong reaction the segment generated online. Fightful also reported that no complaints were raised internally by any of the wrestlers involved in the segment. Using real-time fan reactions to fuel storylines has become a common creative approach in modern wrestling, and this situation appears to be another example of WWE leaning into that strategy. The Bella twins will officially be part of WrestleMania 42 weekend. Nikki Bella and Brie Bella confirmed during an appearance on Access Daily that they will both be attending WrestleMania 42. The two-night event is scheduled to take place on April 18th and April 19th at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The announcement comes after the sisters briefly reunited earlier this year during the Women's Royal Rumble match. While Brie Bella returned to the ring in January, the pair have not competed together as a tag team since that appearance, leaving fans wondering whether a larger reunion could be in store during WWE's biggest weekend of the year. During the interview, host Mario Lopez noted how exciting it was to hear that the Bella twins would be part of the WrestleMania festivities. Nikki Bella then confirmed their plans for the event. Officially at WrestleMania. I will say last year, WrestleMania, I was there in Vegas, it was unreal. Like, so amazing that we have to do it again, but now the Bellas are going to be in it. Although the sisters did not reveal exactly what role they'll have during the event, their confirmation has immediately sparked speculation about a potential in-ring appearance. With WWE's women's tag team division continuing to evolve, the possibility of the Bella twins reuniting for a match at WrestleMania has quickly become one of the more intriguing talking points heading into the event. Do you think Nikki Bella and Brie Bella should step back into the ring together at WrestleMania 42? Let us know your predictions in the comments. Debate about WWE's creative direction has intensified as plans for WrestleMania continue to take shape. While the company has often suggested it doesn't pay close attention to online reactions, a recent discussion on F4W Online suggests otherwise. According to comments highlighted by F4W Online, WWE is believed to monitor online conversations far more closely than it admits. The concern, however, may not be the monitoring itself, but how much influence those reactions can have on creative decisions. They try to say they don't pay attention, but they pay way too much attention. The report suggested that voices across social media platforms are being followed closely, even when some of those opinions may come from people who lack insight into the business side of professional wrestling. They're paying attention to everyone, and most of the people who talk don't have a clue. According to the discussion, treating every online reaction as equally important can create unnecessary pressure inside a company. When creative teams begin reacting to every wave of criticism, it can lead to second-guessing booking decisions, even when the overall business performance remains strong. The report also noted that fan reactions online are often driven more by emotional responses to booking outcomes than by an understanding of how the business itself is performing. They've built an audience that knows nothing about the business, and they're running a business. That disconnect can create tension between fan expectations and long-term company strategy. They want what they want from an emotional standpoint, and if they don't get it, they think it's wrong, even if the numbers say it's working. Despite the ongoing criticism that frequently circulates online, the report also pointed out that key metrics for WWE programming remain positive. Ratings are actually up for Raw and SmackDown. The situation highlights an ongoing balancing act for WWE, managing fan expectations while still making decisions based on broader business performance. Do you think WWE should listen closely to online fan reactions, or should the company stick to its long-term creative plans regardless of social media criticism? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Swerve Strickland has spent nearly 2 decades in professional wrestling, but his time in WWE remains a significant chapter in his career. Strickland joined the company in 2019 and became widely known as part of the faction Hit Row, alongside Top Dollar, Ashanti the Adonis, and B-Fab. The group quickly built a strong following before Strickland was ultimately released in 2021. Following his departure from WWE, Strickland went on to find major success in All Elite Wrestling, where he captured the AEW World Championship in 2024. During an appearance on the Kings of the Ring podcast, Strickland reflected on his WWE run and revealed a key moment in his push came after receiving support from Stephanie McMahon. According to Strickland, Triple H initially avoided conversations with him about creative ideas until McMahon publicly praised his work. Triple H was dodging me when I was coming up with creative questions and stuff, and then finally I think it was Stephanie McMahon that really told me he's my favorite heel on the show, and then that's where okay, we really got to start putting some fire behind Sword. So they were like, hey, I think we're gonna put this group Hit Row behind you, how do you feel? I was like, I didn't do groups at the time. I was independent, indie, jumping from city to city, country to country to country. So running a group was just not my thing. I didn't know how to. But the group became more so them being backing for me, we became a gelled group, all four corners. And the time was good, it was fine. I wish we had more time together with it, but things happen. Looking back, Strickland acknowledged that Hit Row eventually became a cohesive unit, even though leading a faction was something he had originally not envisioned for his career. For all of our subscribers, don't miss the 9 a.m. Eastern video we dropped earlier today. Smash that bell icon and select all notifications so you're always in the loop.